Hello, young friends. Welcome to the next episode of How to Acquire Suitable SSB Personality. In the previous episodes, we have discussed about the factor of cognitive superiority or intellectual superiority. In this episode, we are going to discuss about something which is again very important feature of the warrior's personality or the personality of leaders in crisis. And this element of personality, which we are going to discuss today, is the personality which is connected with a psychological entity called achievement motivation. And safely it will be that we are going to discuss the personality of an achiever. Friends, if you compare the life of many people around you, you will find some people have posted consistently high achievements. In comparison to those people or some people who are not so lucky and they try their hands in multiple fields and yet their achievements are not impressive. The armed forces definitely need the personality which is having high achievement motivation, because this personality is in alignment with the officer's job profile. Let us now discuss how this personality can be developed. What is this? What are some features of it? We must begin with a fact of life which is encountered by all of us. Here you see on the slide someone, let us say it may be you, some person has given himself a goal. He wants to acquire, perhaps symbolically here I have written something which, I have posted something which is a great thrill for the youth. That is having a powerful bike. So someone, it may be you also, has given himself a goal that, okay, by next year I shall be having this. Now, as you wish, as you set a goal, do you achieve the goal the way you feel like, or the way it comes to your mind, or at the time that you desire? You'll find most of the times it is not possible. Between you and your goal, some or the other type of obstruction exists. It may be lack of finance. It may be that you could not complete the conditions of your parents, or maybe some other reason which is preventing you from achieving this goal. This is exactly what happens in and around the life of common person. You have to manage certain obstructions in order to achieve your goal. This is the pattern of life. And if this is the pattern of life, then you will notice further that there is a pattern in the reactions of the people as well. Read this shloka carefully. I'm sure Sanskrit may not be easy for most of us, but the translation is available there. This is a shloka in the Niti Shatak of King Bhartrihari. And he says, Prarabdhyatena khalu vigna bhayena nichaih prarabdhya vigna vihita viramanti madhyah vignaih punah punarapi pratihanyamanaah prarabdhya chottama janana parityajanti. The poet is sharing his observation that there are three types of people in life. Those people who are inferior, well, inferior is a little hard word. It amounts to being judgmental. We will say the weak-minded. The people who are not very firm. They don't take even the first step because they foresee certain obstacles or difficulties. So they don't take even the first step. Some people They take the steps, they go a little further, but when they start feeling the force of the obstruction in the opposite direction, after some time, they relinquish, they leave, they withdraw. Some people are, these types of people are also quite a lot in and around our own life. And yet you will find there are some people, though their number is smaller, but these people, they stay firm in pursuit of goal and they leave no stone unturned. Well, the consequence may be in their favor, may not be there, but at least as far as the efforts is concerned, these people, they make even their last ditch effort. This is the pattern of people. We have got inferiors, we have got the mediocre, and we have got the superior people. This is the explanation of that king. However, in the modern day life, we'll find that the people have got three types of reactions. Either they withdraw or they make compromise. And well, there are some people who change their strategies, rehash their capabilities and the resources, and they attack the problem or the situation again. You may find it, this is the parallel of the inferior, mediocre, and the superior people. Well, what type of people are required by the armed forces? Why this question is pertinent for us to know? Because whatever function is performed by the military officers is full of obstructions, difficulties, challenges, the chances of success and failures almost equally. Armed forces, they have posted success in most of their missions. I'm very proud about our own armed forces that their success rate, their strike rate is very, very high. Why? Because the armed forces are in hands of those people who are having the personality of an achiever. We have to discuss what is the personality of an achiever. And this type of personality should be a role model to us. Let us develop our personality in the lines of those people who are the achievers and who are serving the armed forces. Friends, achiever is the person who has got high achievement motivation. A little difficult for you to appreciate. Anyway, let me explain it to you. All of us have got certain needs or motivations. Achievement motivation is one such type of a need or a motivation within us that propels us to give high, difficult, challenging goals and go in pursuit of those goals. So the person who can be called as the achiever, he enjoys achieving, challenging the difficult and, the goals which are not easy. Okay. Challenging and tough goals. If he is given something which is very average, mean, or very simple goal, perhaps he will not be finding it any thrill in that. He gives himself the higher benchmark, and without looking left or right, he becomes his own competitor. Let us say if a student of class 11th or 12th for that matter, in a term examination, he has secured, let us say, 90% marks in mathematics. And if he has got the high achievement motivation, he will certainly explore the possibilities of how to secure even 100% in the next examination. He is not happy and satisfied with merely 90%. So that is what is the crux of the matter over here, that an achiever or a person with high achievement motivation is not happy with the accomplishment of mean or the average goals. Military officers, generally, you will find, without exception, should I say, they have got the high achievement motivation. They enjoy achieving the toughest of the goals in the most challenging conditions. You must have heard about Captain Vikram Batra, who had said, and it has become a legend sentence, Ye dil mange more. This interview in which he has said this, just prior to that, he went on a mission and he has achieved something. And when he was waiting for the orders for the next mission, the journalist has come and asked the captain, how do you feel after achieving this particular mission? He says, Dil mange more. So, Ye Dil mange more is a very sharp reflection of somebody's achievement motivation, and armed forces need such type of people to come and join their officers' cadre. Also remember that a person who is an achiever, who is having the personality of a warrior or a military officer, is not happy in achieving the goals only for himself. His own goals are high, fine, but he gives himself the goals which are benevolent in nature. Sometimes he undertakes certain missions which is not which are not going to bring any personal benefit, but they'll be beneficial to the society, to the community, to the country. It has been observation of everybody, and we have just mentioned here also that the goal achievement is full of difficulties, challenges, odds, obstructions. What is the reaction of the achiever? His reaction is to fight the odds and not to succumb to the odds. And he doesn't mind playing with high stakes. You understand why high stakes? What is the meaning of the word high stakes? High stakes means he is ready to lose something also for the sake of or in anticipation of winning something which is of higher value. A person who cannot play with the stakes, I'm afraid he cannot be a good warrior. In pursuit of a goal, the achiever can court risks. Please remember, a military officer, when he goes to the war, his life and limb is always at stake. And yet you will find, for the sake of a victory, many a time people, they take risks. They know that the risk might be a little too much risky. They may be killed or they may be amputees later in the life. However, they don't mind taking the risk. They court risk. They love to take the risk. Friends, higher goals cannot be achieved in comfort zone. You have to come out of the comfort zone, must be ready to suffer and sacrifice your comforts. If you are not, if you are given to comforts and a soft life, I'm afraid you need to rehash your priorities with this mentality of comforts and the cozy environment and the zone of your comfort zone, should we say. You need to rehash your priorities. You should be ready to throw off this mentality and be ready to suffer, because higher goals cannot be achieved with rest, comforts, fun. No, not possible. Minor injuries, bruises, etc. Well, should not stop an achiever in pursuit of his goals. And the same thing you will learn if you are lucky enough to find a seat in the NDA. At many places, the exercises or the activities will be wherein there is a lot of chance for you to get injuries. For example, the horse riding. One of the objectives of the horse riding is to make you fearless, and you should not mind injuries. Your efforts have to be consistent, and your efforts have to be hard in pursuit of the goal. So these are a few things which an achiever or a person with high achievement motivation must have. And friends, let me tell you, high achievement motivation to a very great extent is to be ingrained in your personality much prior to you present yourself before the SSPs. The achiever is energetic. He has got a very high level of psychological and physical energy, and he is consistently involved in the activities of sports and adventures. Sports and adventures, not only they come out of they are the consequence of your achievement motivation, but they further nourish your achievement motivation as well. So a person who is active in sports and adventurous activities has got higher chances of being selected. And your lifestyle has to be quite active. You should not be passive. You should not be rest and comfort centric. Now, if you want to achieve the personality of a leader in crisis or a suitable SSB personality, please revisit many of the events of your life. Study yourself. First of all, what is the level that satisfies you? There are many parameters, and one of them, for example, in the studies is the marks. What has been your reaction when your results have come? Somebody has maybe secured 80%, somebody 85%, somebody 95%, or a certain percentile. Gauge your own reaction. Were you extra happy with that level? Were you just happy, just about happy? Or you were still feeling there's a scope of I could have. You have got a small element of regret also that I could have achieved something more. Find out that is your benchmark for the next examination or next achievement is just an average or higher than the average. And how did you react and how have you reacted in the past when you face the situations of obstructions, failures, challenges, or stumbling blocks that came in the way of your goal pursuit? Did you feel like withdrawing? Did you feel like making a compromise? Okay. And also, are the sports and the adventurous activities a regular feature of your routine? If they are not, I'm afraid that you need to work out, you need to include them in the future activities or future routine of your, the preparations. Friends, achievement motivation is a very important thing. It keeps you active and agile. It fills you with the energy. You have to give yourself higher goals. And overall, should I say that this achievement motivation that makes you a more dynamic personality, and the dynamic personality is a wanted personality.